Oké, hey, hallo allemaal, welkom bij Star Wars The Old Republic. We lopen weer door. Echt, leave the meat back alone. Val er ook op maar aan. Kom op. Zelfde dag trouwens nog steeds als de vorige recording. Ik had na een paar minuten toch zin om toch verder te gaan. Je krijgt eigenlijk hier nog een hele grote lijst van dingetjes ergens die je kan doen volgens mij. En die heb ik nooit gedaan tijdens de livestreams. Die ga ik er wel doen tijdens de recordings. Dus zodra er iets beschikbaar van is, dan doe ik hem. Nou, zo hoor ik het graag, dat er van het eliminated is.
Is this the object you picked up on your sensors?
Confirmation. Yes, Master. A closer scan suggests that this object has been here for several centuries.
Centuries? Of all the junk out here, you had to find the antique.
Observation. Visible design elements do not match any from Zakuulan culture, antique or modern.
Not from Zakuul. Could it be?
He doesn't overthink things.
Haha! Do you have any idea what this is?
It looks like some kind of old spacecraft.
This is the gravestone. This was the only ship that ever went up against the Eternal Fleet and won. Do you have any idea how long people have been looking for this thing?
And we just happened to stumble upon it.
You said the ship went up against the Eternal Fleet and won. But it's rusting in a swamp while the fleet is still around.
The fleet is even older than Valkorion. Maybe even older than Zakuul. The battles happened centuries ago. Nobody knows the details of the whole war. But every story talks about the gravestone. One ship with the firepower to take on the Eternal Fleet. This is fate. We get your Outlander. Find exactly the weapon we need. We're going to win this thing, Lana. It's destiny.
It's certainly no coincidence, but destiny? I think there's something else going on here.
Do you think this is some kind of setup?
No, not exactly. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Let's have a look inside, huh?
Assessment. Nearby signs of animal activity suggest local predators may be using this wreck as a nesting ground. Caution is advised.
We'll split up, deal with any wildlife, then regroup to plan our next move.
Heal up.
Goed.
Wouldn't mind a challenge now and then. More where that came from.
We gaan dit gehele schip leegruimen van de vijanden.
Took one out. Target down. I can do this all day.
Kelly, 16, 17, 22.
More where that came from. Target down.
Kijk eens aan.
These creatures are hardly cunning. Their usual prey clearly doesn't offer much challenge.
Yeah! Wouldn't Clearing mind a these challenge things out now and then. Very easy. Easiest thing ever.
Even kijken.
I can do this all day. Got you covered. More where that came from.
Je hebt hem. Oké. Deze gaat voor mijn andere erbij halen.
Took one out. I can do this all day.
Mooi zo.
The endless swamp. After the damage you inflicted, they couldn't have made a safe landing anywhere else.
And if they didn't make a safe landing?
We'll know soon enough. Sky troopers, sweep the area. Focus on regions with high metallic sensor readings.
I oversaw security in the Carbonite prison. I humbly submit myself to answer for this failure.
Sister.
I didn't like his answer.
Dat is koud. Maar op zich best wel een te begrijpen.
So, this ship has been here for 1,000 years? More?
Right. It's amazing that it's in such good condition, considering. Judging by the damage I've seen, the stories are true. Whoever built the gravestone scuttled it themselves after the Eternal Fleet was defeated. It wasn't shot down.
The fleet was defeated but not destroyed. Valkorion brought it back under his own control more than a century ago.
Exactly. The Eternal Fleet is totally automated. Nobody knows who first built it. and every theory is crazier than the last.
Renegades left behind after a successful droid revolution. Representatives of an entire race of droids from somewhere beyond the edge of the known galaxy.
Like I said, crazy stuff. But no matter where it came from, the Eternal Fleet is practically unstoppable. And Arkan controls every single ship from the throne.
So, if we defeat Arkan, the Eternal Fleet isn't a problem anymore.
So long as the throne goes to someone other than his sister, yes. Regardless, we have many other things to discuss. I owe you 5 years' worth of explanations.
And I'm gonna need some parts to get this thing moving again.
Locating supplies and fresh water would also be wise.
I'll help you find what we need, Lana.
Very well.
Assertion. I will begin a patrol pattern to ensure that no enemy forces report our position.
Oké. Alleen het navigeren in het schip is een beetje lastig soms voor mij. Want het schip is zo extreem groot en zo vaak ben ik hier niet op geweest. Ook tijdens de streams toen de tijd echt heel vaak was ik hier niet. En uiteindelijk krijg je een base en daar was ik meer. Ik vind de speeder quest ook wel belangrijk om te doen. Je krijgt erdoor een nieuwe speeder en dat is altijd wel handig. We moeten hier ergens zijn. Dit is volgens mij speciaal als je met een nieuw karakter dit opent. Dus je met een nieuw karakter het opent, dan heb je helemaal niks. En waarschijnlijk hebben ze daarvoor die speeder gedaan. Maar dus dan hebben we met dit karakter, vind ik ook niet erg.
I've got you.
Oké, dus ik hem zo meteen moeten hebben. Ik was helemaal vergeten, ik heb natuurlijk mijn eigen speeder hier. Oh, hier. En het frame ligt dan weer net ietsjes verder. Oeh. In principe dit is dus hoe die speeder eruit ziet. Ik vind hem op zich wel geinig. Dus het kan best zijn dat ik deze blijf gebruiken. Maar het kan ook zijn dat ik terug naar deze wissel. Eternal Empire Patroller. Alleen het woord Eternal Empire staat me niet echt aan. Want wij zijn er net tegen de Eternal Empire.
Should feel better now. Somewhat
Oh, die vogels
worrying.
kwamen er ook nog aan.
Good fight.
When Darth Mar and I faced Valkorion, we knew right away. He was the Sith Emperor, Lana.
I know. When he was struck down, it released ripples through the Force. Everyone who had felt the Sith Emperor's presence in the past, on Ziost, on Yavin 4, we all sensed what had happened. Arkan invaded soon after, claiming that an outlander had assassinated his father, the immortal Emperor. It didn't take long for us to unravel the truth.
Which side did Arkan attack first?
Both. Ships from the Eternal Fleet struck at shipyards and rallying points for both sides simultaneously. They favored ambush tactics throughout the war. Zakulan's sensor technology has far greater range than our own, and their ships can fly much further on less resources. Only vessels retrofitted with Isotope 5 could manage to outrun them. None could truly compete.
En we hebben natuurlijk geholpen met de dingen aan Isotope 5 te halen. Dat was toen uiteindelijk nog gebeurd in opdracht van Darth Mar.
That's the end of that one.
Rest in peace, Darth Mar. You will be missed. Er al 2.
How long did the Republic and the Empire manage to hold out?
Within 3 months, the bulk of our naval forces were disabled or eliminated, and the Republic was in the same situation. With naval superiority, Arkan's forces could begin choking off supply lines, trade, any ship travel at all. The Eternal Fleet seemed to be everywhere at once. Coruscant and Dromund Kaas were blockaded by the end of the first year.
Ja, dat nou precies de 2 belangrijkste steden zijn. Nou ja, we kunnen altijd nog terug naar de hut daar. Met die vervelende hut die daar zat.
Never stood a chance. Got you.
Sorry, we doen dat je me inderdaad helpen, Lana.
But have a good fight.
How did it end?
The members of the Dark Council fought Arkan's invasion ruthlessly and lost. The Empire's treaty was ultimately negotiated by the Minister of Logistics. Chancellor Suresh also refused to discuss surrender, but the Republic Senate managed to overrule her. A cadre of senators negotiated their own ceasefire terms. All of those senators have since been disgraced or dismissed. I'm sure you can imagine the likely culprit.
What about the Mandalorians?
I've heard rumors that they're still managing to fight somehow, but I've seen nothing concrete. I wish I could tell you more. So far, the treaties with Zakul have held. but that will not last forever.
Alternate site for groundwater. Oké. Nou, gelukkig personal face. Ik vind de personal face is altijd het leuke. Als je daar iets scheelt, dan respawnt het niet. Je hebt geen last van andere spelers die in je weg zitten en alles vermoorden zodat jij dingen niet kan doen.
That's the end of that one.
Nou, je krijgt ook iedere keer een duel zoals ik. Want toen ik het nieuwe karakter aanmaakte, de Juice, het enige wat er gebeurde is duel, duel, duel. Ik had echt die zo'n fuck off. Ik heb nou ook als wel karakter op de client staan. Maar toen weet niemand zou ik maar iets aan het karakter moeten kunnen doen. Behalve van die spambeeldjes. En ik ben er ook bijna zeker van dat hier ook gewoon een spambeeld tussen zit. Kom op.
But have a good fight.
Alweer? Mocht deze moet ook nog een keer vermoorden. Nou ja, vorige sessie ook nog een keer vermoorden.
It will help. Somewhat worthy opponent.
Wacht, ik kan hier gewoon tussendoor. Nee, wacht, het is de verkeerde kant op. Hoe kom je hier ook weer boven? Voor mij via hier. Ja, hier ergens. Ja, mooi.
A freshwater spring. It should be safe for drinking.
So the Eternal Fleet overwhelmed both the Republic and the Empire. What was the result?
Both sides are forced to pay a heavy tribute to Zakul, mainly raw materials and resources. They're also held under an arms limitation statute. The Empire and the Republic are both breaking it, of course, but they're still incapable of challenging the throne directly.
Who rules the Empire now?
Darth Asina was the only Dark Council member left standing. All others died or disappeared in the chaos. Without opposition, she declared herself Empress of the Sith.
And the Republic?
Suresh remains in power, though she no longer holds the title of Chancellor. The Republic has limits to their ruler's terms, but her replacement is a mere puppet. Both sides see this only as an opportunity to eliminate one another at a time of weakness, instead of combining what strength they have. Arkan does nothing to prevent violence between them, so long as their tribute is paid and no one challenges Zakuul's superiority.
I'm surprised Arkan didn't try to destroy both governments. He obviously had the firepower.
I don't think Arkan feels any desire to actually govern our portion of the galaxy. For now, he sees it as a backwater, useful only for resources. Powerful Zakuulan battle stations have been placed in orbit around key worlds to watch for possible uprisings. But there are no ongoing planetary occupations. The ships of the Eternal Fleet simply patrol at random, while the tribute paid to Zakuul gradually chokes all economic potential.
What about my team? My ship?
I have allies looking for them as we speak. With all of the chaos of the last few years, though, it will take time to find them all. For now, we make do with ourselves, Koth, and HK.
You obviously put a lot of thought into getting me out. Did you think about what would come after?
Of course, though I admittedly didn't plan on being stranded in this swamp. For now, let's take things one step at a time.
So why me? You clearly went to a lot of trouble to get me out of Carbonite.
Before you were captured, you accomplished things no one else dared to attempt. You changed the galaxy more than once, and if things have ever needed to change, now is the time. But there is something else. I've felt it since the moment I found you in Carbonite. There's a power in you. Something new. It's elusive, but I know it's there.
I think you're right, Lana. I think the Emperor, Valkorion, is in my mind.
What?
After he died, there was a storm of energy. I barely even remember being thrown into the carbon freezing chamber. And then when I was frozen, I saw things. Dreamed about him. About everything that happened while I was gone.
It can't be. If he were controlling you, I'd know it. I certainly saw enough of it on Ziost.
I don't think he's trying to control me. Not directly, anyway. He was trying to convince me to work with him.
Whatever he's doing, we can be sure that he's always trying to deceive us somehow. I believe in you. And I appreciate your honesty. I'll remain watchful for any influence he might have over you. For the time being, though, we have no choice but to proceed.
What about the others?
They wouldn't understand. And like you said, we really don't know anything for sure yet. Let's keep the matter between us for now.
Salutation. It is a pleasure to see you again so soon, Masters. I have encountered minimal resistance in my patrol.
How minimal?
Reassurance. Only one Sky Trooper and 3 local predators with poor survival instincts. Our position appears to be secure at this time, but I would still advise caution on your return trip, Masters.
Keep up the good work, HK.
Appreciation. It will be my pleasure to do so, Master.
Mijn gozer pakte niks vast. Heel het zand, alsof hij een pistool vast had, maar... had hij dus niet. Wij gaan even terug naar Kof en dan nemen we hem mee. Alhoewel, ik zie nu ook op de tijd dat wij klaar zijn voor deze ene aflevering. Dus we gaan Kof halen volgende aflevering en dan gaan we daarna verder. In ieder geval, bedankt voor het kijken en tot de volgende keer.